Dear Ania, I hope you are doing well. Our friendship was growing during a time when you were taking care of your ill mom. There was a moment when water appeared in your words. You didn't say clearly that something difficult was happening. You talked about small situations instead, about sentences that didn't match the facts, about stories that hurt more than the events themselves. Your mom was starting to mix up reality. Sometimes she added things, sometimes she accused people, and you were standing between your mom and the rest of the family. I remember how hard that was, because before there was any diagnosis, the family believed every word, and words began to divide people. Some left accused, others defended your mom. Tension appeared, along with sadness and strong sense of unfairness. And you were trying to carry all of it, not knowing yet that this was not about truth or lies. The second hint, presence. At that time, I also knew nothing about dementia. I had no knowledge and no tools. There was only presence. And it was this presence that helped you to get through that difficult times without losing what had been the beginning of our friendship. It also mattered that the relationships in your family had already been quite strong. There was true trust between you, and over time understanding slowly grew. And understanding helped you look for solutions together, not against one another. With time, your family managed to cope with this challenge when professional help appeared and the treatment was set properly. Your mom's behavior began to calm down. The tension at home slowly eased, and everyday life became calmer and more predictable. Today we know that during that time, your mom's memory was mixing with emotions. What she said felt true to her, even if it wasn't always true fact. But back then, we didn't know this, and that is why the time was so painful. Ania, let me add one more situation, one that doesn't concern just one person or one family, but happens more often than we think. It is about moments when confusions, accusations, and very difficult emotions appear, and friendly relationships were already tense long before. In these situations, the new problem does not bring people closer. It makes everything that was under the surface even stronger. When family relationships are like this, the role of the carrier becomes even heavier. The carrier takes responsibility, absorbs the tension, and tries to keep order where there is none. Very often this happens at the cost of their own life, their time, their presence, their energy, not because they choose it, but because their resources are already at the limit. To cope with this, they need strength. That is why this needs to be said clearly and honestly. The carrier is the most important person. If they do not take care of themselves, the whole family system starts to shake. In this situation, seeking professional psychological support is not an option or an extra. It is a necessary condition for continuing at all. Anya, I'm writing all of this with gratitude and calm for the time that was difficult, for what was carried, for the understanding that came when it was most needed. Our friendship grew in everyday life, in conversations, in silence, in simply being there without big words, without ready-made answers. And today, I know one thing for sure. What truly keeps people going is not the strength behind limits, but presence that allows us to breathe. Thank you for this path and for the fact that we can still walk it together. Take care of yourself, dear Ania. Beijo.